It's been a long time since I did this, hasn't it?
Here's one better. She must really like the rats. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, actually.
You want to go to the underworld? Yeah. There's a lot
As
of
you do.
Ow! Okay, fire does hurt me. Look what's here.
Who would have guessed? Children of Hades are not immune to fire. Of course, and again, there were quite a few Greek myths who were just immune to fire because we said so. Anyway, yeah, it's been quite a while since it, but it only recently has been, like, revealed to be, like, it turns out it's really popular. Not the Origins of Olympus. Okay, yes, the Origins of Olympus original stuff, but also my reactions to them, which is perplexing considering they also got, like, no views, but things have their fans, I guess. I guess people just more want me to get back to it more so I can get back to the big parts, not so much the filler, which is understandable, of course. You know? It hasn't been since before this whole pandemic broke out. Oof. I knew Apollo shouldn't have killed those, spirits of nature things. No, wait, the Peaches ate them. That was what happened. Spirits of viruses and shit. That's reassuring.
There we have it. Another ritual nearly complete.
Oh!
Forgot that happens sometimes.
Sometimes God just says
I'm starting to
nay.
get the hang of this magic stuff.
Shadow comes
Should be
over
the
very
last thing I
offended.
can create with these basic rituals. An energy container. I think if I put the book on here, yeah, stores all that energy. But let's keep it in the book for now. It took some time charging that up. So with all these things, we should be able to gather stuff, but we are only one step away from completing our key to the underworld. We have, of course, the transmutation thing, the gem things found from the spirits, and the last part is just, blaze rods, which are found in the underworld itself. But at least the very simple part of it. Now, I could just go blindly running through a portal. Or I could go get some help. And I think this time I'm actually going to get the help. I know one person who's been
It's a cold day in hell.
Times.
His name's Greg. How do you get in? Sparkles.
Brandine? Oh, perfect.
Oh. Hey.
Hey.
The child of Hades
How are
asks
you
the
doing?
son of Ares to go to the underworld.
I'm not too bad, actually.
You want to go to the underworld?
Oh.
With the
Yeah, I
subtlety
heard
of a
about it. We've been here
sledgehammer.
before, and I never have.
I just got back.
Oh. I mean,
Okay,
I guess
then.
we could wait if you need to. I mean,
I should say at the
no.
time of this recording that I've caught up with the Rick Riordan
So it's,
universe,
okay.
minus the
Yeah, I guess
Norse
I
and
shouldn't be surprised.
Egyptian
all that
stuff and a couple of side books. The main continuity people
what's it
give a
like
shit
going
about,
peaceful?
the Greek and Roman stuff.
peaceful,
Okay, that's not fair. People like the
very
Egyptian and
red fiery.
Norse stuff. It's just, you know.
Okay. 'Cause,
Pretty much the opposite of this place. Surprise, surprise.
yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's the underworld. You ever run
Plot
into
twist.
anything crazy there?
Surprisingly not. Nothing as of yet. I mean, just, don't know, it's just me. I hear stories of Colin fighting random stuff, and I don't know, I've just never crossed anything.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
I'm
you hear all
avoided by
these
half
stories
of the
about stuff
underworld.
being there. Like, even just the
Yeah.
Cerberus, if anything.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. We,
I heard that in one translation, Cerberus is Greek for spot. And I'm just there like,
we visited a
it's been a
library.
joke this entire time.
He would-
No, it's been-
Wait, Library of Hades?
it sounds badass, but it's just named as Spot.
Yeah, he's got some.
I don't know if that's true, but it would be
library that's full of-
hilarious if it is. You could
well,
just not take Cerberus
what
seriously
this world would be
anymore.
called Forbidden.
Giant three-headed dog. Then again, it loves play toys in the Percy Jackson
Like all
universe,
the
so why
books
not?
that
Because it's still a
Mario's
dog.
been reading about in the main bit. Yeah.
Okay.
All that stuff is, a little watered down, I guess. We
Yeah, I've
don't know
noticed
how
that.
much to
I've
throw
been
out.
doing a lot of studying on the topic, and
The time of this recording
It's
of the
not a
cover of the
lot.
Percy Jackson universe, except the Tower of Nero,
Yeah,
because
it's
that has
very
been
well
released at the
down.
time of this recording. I have to put that out there
Yeah,
because some people are dense and don't check
Believe
dates.
What you want to believe.
for example, like I've been reading everything about ancient weapons and underworld artifacts and stuff here, and nothing tells me much about what I'm really looking for, because I kind of have this sword, and
Oh, yeah.
it just has inscribed on it that it's a gift from Persephone, but it
I'm
doesn't
sure there's
have
nothing
any
to
other
worry about.
markings on it, and there's nothing in any of the books about what it could be. So
Oh, it's a gift from Persephone. That's a good start.
I've seen it somewhere before. I don't quite know.
oh really?
Yeah, probably one of those books, to be fair.
So this library that
Yes.
gives us possibly 2 destinations if you'd be willing to lead me to the library. I also, just
Yeah,
to
definitely.
you know, complete something that's in this book, I need some blaze rods.
Yes.
It sounds like a held item
Firing
in an
monsters of some
RPG.
kind.
Yeah, quite tricky. I
I mean-
mean, for any average person, they'd be quite tricky, but
I do have a bow.
it's a bow will definitely prove helpful against them.
That should be
Come on.
fine then.
Fire!
Should I like pack a longer range bow? This one's like a mid-range bow. I
I'm
got
so
one that can
disappointed
shoot
in
under,
the
like, liquids.
frickin'
I got
Trials of
another
Apollo
that-
series. We have not had a punching
Not that
punching
big a deal,
glove
is it?
arrow yet.
Oh, well, yeah, that one will do.
Although I think we might have gotten a reference
Alright,
to it. I don't
so how do we
remember.
do this? Do we need to perform some sort of
Boxing glove
ritual?
arrow.
Do we need to cross the river Styx? Do we need to meet with Charon?
Come on, it's right
What do we need
there.
to do?
It's for when you want to punch someone who's all the way over there.
I mean, believe it or not, there is a ritual.
Perfectly
I
justified.
am not trained to do said
If we wanted to
ritual,
punch a guy in the face who was
Oh.
all the way over there.
and don't really believe in magic. There's also that, but yes, I've just been taking everyone through my own designated portal.
Oh,
Yep.
And you go to Hades, and you go to Hades, and you go to Hades.
well, if that works, I suppose. Lead the way.
Yeah, sure thing.
He's literally tour guide of the underworld. There is a Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah.
reference.
Turn back now. Nice.
Abandon all hope,
That'll
ye
convince
who...
people.
Oh, sorry, ran out of
Yeah,
space.
I mean, it nearly convinced David.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's it. I still can't believe he went to the underworld. Who else has gone? That you know of, I suppose.
Pretty much, not many. Nobody's really been. Well, not that I know of. The only people that have been here. Brick's been here before. He came with me.
That makes sense, yeah.
Child of Hades.
Jakey and Brian, but they all Jake and Brian hated it, of course.
Yeah.
You're saying
I
the
can
Poseidon
imagine
kids
Brick
don't like it.
would kind of like it being a son of Hades.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Did anything like spectacular
I'm just surprised the
happen
Child of
when
Ares
went into the underworld? Or?
trip to the underworld. I mean, I don't disagree with it considering, you know, Ares kids fight a lot of people, so logically they kill a lot of people, so, you know,
Alright.
it kind of makes sense by a stretch, but it still feels weird, you know?
Himself now.
I mean, it's like, what if Aphrodite had this magical toolbox? It'd be like,
Anyway,
it kind of feels like a
Just
place
step
for
on
her,
it.
even if she is
Yeah.
married to
Alright.
Hephaestus. Now that stops,
Let's see how this
stops her
goes.
from dating Ares, but ugh, it's a whole other bag of worms.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks like about what I was expecting.
Very, very red.
Yeah.
Dead.
I've had nightmares of this place before. Pretty spot on.
Same, surprisingly.
Yeah. Okay. So what are some things I gotta...
Nothing involved
avoid,
literally
be
stabbing
careful
my
of?
brother in the back, who was not actually my brother in the
Things
entire
wandering
time, but
around.
meh.
That potentially is one of them.
Alright.
Tyson,
Too
no!
much trouble?
Yep. They're not too bad.
Alright, I guess I'll hold on to this
Burn
stuff.
us. Meh.
Alright.
Yeah. There's. Oh, you might see your average cow, pig, chicken. They're not quite.
Just your average cow, pig, chicken.
Cow, pig, chicken.
I've been reading about those. They're
Are they individual species or a
burst
fusion
into
of the
flames
three?
when you start fighting them.
Yeah, they do. They're not fun. So they're about.
Because separately is stupid, and
See knows
and
what
the
you want.
and fused is so stupid. It's awesome.
Floating eyeball things.
Oh,
Like kind of like a ghost. I think they call them ghasts.
okay. That makes sense.
They're yeah, they shoot fireballs at you.
Straightforward enough, I
So-
suppose.
Yep, pretty much.
Not everything needs to be this
I'm not
big
exactly
backstory thing. Sometimes you can just have a point A to point B.
mostly Annoying.
Everything needs to be a Final Fantasy
Alright.
story level. Sometimes you can have your Mario plots.
Oh, other than that, the thing we mentioned on day one.
What thing we mentioned on day one?
Oh yeah, the big thing. What was it called? I don't know what it was called.
Ask the Arrow of Dodona.
I think I mentioned killing on day one. They're in here.
Oh.
They're
That's
quite
good.
big.
Oh, thank goodness. I can breathe in water.
Sorry, just found this cool stuff. And just
Yeah,
curious.
understandable. There is
A lot of it here, though.
a bit of it.
Okay.
That is true. There
I'm
is.
sure I could just pick this up later if I need to.
Yeah, you can just pick up fire.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So, where is it? You're like looking to go first.
And don't tell me torches,
I
because
guess
you
either
know what I
finding
mean.
These blazes. Yeah, probably the blazes first, unless the library is closer. Oh. What are these?
Fire imps. They're nasty little creatures.
And they set you on
might
fire.
fight you.
Should I fight back?
Sure.
Huh. They go down easy enough.
They're tiny.
Yeah, they've got some
You could step on them and kill them.
Yeah. You're right. I saw you.
So I
catch
imagine
on
this
fire.
is one of those things where the moment you make
Oh,
physical
it's on
content,
fire.
dead, or
completely fire
set on
resistant.
fire rather,
Really?
which will kill you eventually.
Yeah, fire doesn't bother me at all.
This was realistic.
That's cool.
As a child
Yeah,
of
one of my
Aries,
father's traits, I assume.
All right.
because rage is usually portrayed
Let's
as being
see.
campfire. Is
Those
this
are
the
the things, aren't
Hades?
they?
Is this the logic of like
Oh,
Hades
those
from
of them, yeah.
Hercules,
Oh,
the
I didn't
Disney
realize it was
movie?
as close as I thought.
Yeah.
And that's not. It's not outside the realm of
Ow,
possibility, but still like
okay,
a
fire
huh?
does hurt me. Huh. Maybe I should have brought the
Say.
longbow.
Potentially, yes.
Okay, this bow still has enough range to hit. Come on, just gotta arc
probably,
the arrows quite a bit.
This would be like what if a child of.
I'll probably
This would be like what if a
prioritize
child
it.
of Jupiter did better underwater than a
Yeah.
child of Poseidon.
Fit you,
Oh
doesn't
wait.
Oh, watch out.
No.
Got
Although
it.
granted, in that case, it was a situation that is not to the Poseidon's advantage, but still,
Uh,
there were more factors involved, more badly written ones. Meh.
These things move rather fast.
yeah.
I can shoot thunder on. I can shoot electricity underwater and not let you keep the current.
Just a little bit.
Why? Even the Roman
Just
Greek
trying to
mythology
avoid
is
the
like bullshit.
Yeah, that's
And-
probably a good idea.
Alright, this one's hiding down below. Oh, do we fight this thing?
I would avoid them. They're pretty neutral.
Oh, alright.
unless
Neutrally trying to kill you.
Very good.
and they're not so peaceful.
Right.
I think this thing went down here. Of course, there's more bones.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Alright. That's dealt with.
Just get rid of
I blame
Help me
Hazel
one, I think I
for
need
some
2 of
reason.
these.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, those things are highly annoying.
Alright. Ooh, ice cream. Starting to get a little melty in here. But, you know. That's fine, I suppose.
A little bit of ice cream. Why?
Okay, there's a lot of these things now.
There's a
Oh,
lot of
oh,
everything.
Oh, oh, oh. Oh, boy.
Oh yeah.
One.
One thing I randomly remember is the fact that
Oh, well,
apparently it's been reported that on Disney Plus we're getting a Percy
alright,
Jackson
just need
live
to
action
get to where I've
series
dropped a
movie
few of
thing.
these things.
We don't have confirmation of what it is
then we should have
besides
everything we
that
need.
it's not going to be, you know, the movie, the 2 movies.
I guess I will.
Well, I don't
cream
deny
on
that.
that burn.
I don't know if those are on Disney Plus. I don't have Disney
What
Plus.
about
All I know is when I see a trailer for that, I'm getting Disney Plus. Not before. I don't have it. I have enough streaming
Got it.
services as is.
Still so many more of them.
Oh, there's one here.
Oh yeah, there's another thing over here.
I'm not gonna buy another
Alright, we
one
should
for
probably get
no
out of this
reason.
area.
But one of my favorite ads from Disney
Yeah,
Plus would
this
be like,
area is,
when you buy Disney Plus,
a
you
little
don't just buy Disney.
dense with
You get Marvel, which is
things.
Disney.
Yeah.
Fox,
They
which
like
is Disney.
to, group up
LucasArts, which is
Yeah.
Disney.
defense mechanism.
It's like,
Hey, well.
so
Yeah,
it's
we
like
worked
when you
for
get
it.
Disney Plus,
If I
you
didn't
don't
have the
just get
ranged weapon,
Disney,
that would've been
you
a
get
lot
Disney.
harder.
Oh, hey, another one.
Great, yeah. That should be more than enough. And with that, and the shards, and the other things. Should be just fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so about this
Okay.
library.
Yes, the library.
Where might we find that?
In the words of the ferryman himself, it's quite a walk. I
Well,
was just joking.
oh.
It's we use
I'm
fast
looking
travel
forward if
down
it's gonna be
here.
a live action series, although I
Very well.
prefer it animated
go.
personally. I just feel like animation kind of works
Okay.
better for this sort of
The long walk. so
series Percy Jackson is, but that's
So
just
you know
me
your way around
personally.
here?
If it ends up being good and all that jazz, I sure as shit ain't gonna complain and be like,
Yep.
okay, that's just how I would
More
have done
those
it
things.
personally, you know?
Yeah. Well, luckily these things seem to fall pretty easily.
But you know how it is, everything adapted from
No.
anything has to be have a live action
happen.
adaptation.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting
Love
much
that.
worse.
Oh, there is worse about, but I'm still yet to see half of that.
Yeah. How deep have you been? Just been around this area?
Yeah, just
Been to
yeah.
Elysium? I expect you haven't been to Tartarus.
as
Once you
much
go
as
into
I want
Tartarus,
to
you do
go.
not come out unless you are a monster or Percy Jackson Annabeth Chase.
Would it though?
It is extremely difficult to
Is
get
it?
out.
Maybe.
It's like getting out through a revolving door and getting
Like, if I
out
could see
through
pictures of
a
it or something, yeah,
chamber
great.
with like a chimney going to the sky.
Definitely. Yeah, those things are about too. Forgot about those.
Yep. No big deal.
Tartarus is not something you just walk out of. It is a frickin' brick. It is a frickin'... That sounds lovely.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
screaming.
No shit.
Yeah.
Tartarus isn't something you just
Funnily
leave.
enough, down here you hear a lot
It's
of that.
a threat.
I guess it makes sense,
It's a big
considering
deal.
this is where all the dead things go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure does.
I mean,
This
you
is,
can leave, but it takes several thousand years.
big
or several
library.
hundred years. And just gonna ignore that guy.
Library with
I'm guessing that's not the
he was on there
librarian.
last time. It's definitely not the librarian.
He's like a Doom
Alright.
villain.
Right over here,
Okay.
Mr. Ogre. See if we can fool them. These things are
there,
pretty
Mr.
dumb.
Ogre. Yeah. They kind of just run at you.
Yeah. Okay.
He could have done a lot worse.
Uh-huh. This is good to know. So what was,
Yeah, there's
what was
tons.
David here for?
Oh, he was, well, first of all, he was looking for, family tree and history and stuff like that. He was researching Momus,
Okay. Makes sense.
which, yeah, you don't find much about him in the other realm
Yeah.
because of the things he's done. And
What's he
he wasn't
done?
very nice. He caused a number of disasters to occur.
Oh.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very
I can
nice.
see why.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty easy
true.
for everyone to just brush those off as natural disasters rather than, oh, there's a being out there who could, you know, summon earthquakes and volcanoes.
That's the job of the mist.
Pretty much. Pretty much. There's a lot
That
of
shit works
interesting
overtime
creatures here.
sometimes.
Can't
Yeah.
say I've read any of it yet, but
I'm
At
probably
least I
going to
know
be
how to get
spending
here.
quite a bit of time here. But,
yeah.
hey, you want to know a secret?
Fun with that.
I don't know how to
sure.
read.
I like secrets.
Yeah.
Terrible
I
at
mean-
keeping them though.
I guess I don't have to tell you, but people are learning regardless here and there, so the reasoning I wanted you to take me here is because I'm a son of Hades. Yeah.
That's quite a transformation.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that explains why I'm able to hold this sword without being hurt. That explains how I burned my cabin down, for example. And,
Shoot fire, but you can't. But you
why
get
some of the
hurt by
things
it.
just aren't really bothering me in here.
Now, Dez is fireproof,
Yeah,
even.
I mean, surprisingly, nothing. in here
Mostly,
bothers me.
he still managed to get his skulls burned
Yeah.
off, which I don't get.
But yeah, figure here I
Imperial
might be able to
gold
learn
must
more
have been
about
in effect.
using this artifact, summoning the dead, because, you know, it seems like a good thing for me to learn. I mean, I brought Shadow back.
Yeah. I wondered how that occurred.
Yeah, that was Hades. That was Hades.
Yeah.
Just hope I didn't.
Especially since you've never been here. So
Uh-huh.
It thought crossed my mind.
Yeah. But,
And the whole purple dealio.
yeah, that just makes more and more sense, you know?
Not much of an Apollo thing now, is it?
So yeah,
I don't
trying to
know.
keep it a secret from most people, but I think the secret's slowly getting out. Even Brick knows now.
Oh,
Yeah.
but that ended well.
Ish. He wants to spar me because he sees us as some of the toughest people in camp, and he thinks we should get better and better. Yet I'm worried, because he also seems to want to make sure that he is the best no matter what. And I seem to specifically stand in
I
his
guess I
goal
should
with that.
mention something about that freaking Disney Plus Percy Jackson thing is that Riordan is going to be in like a more important
I guess I
role.
don't
I
need to
don't
talk
know
to
what his
you
exact
about
role
that.
is, but they are going to talk to him
Well,
about
everything
it, so it's not
seems
going to have
all
that
friendly, but I
movie
don't
problem where
know,
it's like,
but
hey, can we use your
I don't know.
or the most
Whether it
stuff he
stays
had
that way.
involving the movies was, can we use your property?
And Brick see eye to eye.
Yeah.
And he can also fly.
Yeah, that too.
Well, fly more like
Well,
Swoop
whatever he
and
does, yeah.
chew dirt.
Glide across the air until he hits something.
Yeah. As far as I see.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess we are going to be
Yes.
doing some
Yeah.
fighting practice, and I can't really weasel my way out of it. You want to join us whenever we do that? It'd be good to have someone else around, just so he doesn't randomly try to kill me.
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't.
And you're not going to randomly
Friggin'
try to kill anyone while we're there, are you?
I mean, if Rick starts being a bit, I would probably be one of the first to stop him.
Alright, well, I guess that's better
We
than
don't see eye to eye. So
better than the other way.
Oh, shut up,
So
Peaches.
that works out.
is true.
He's saying too much to be
The
Peaches.
souls are starting to get a little louder, so how about we
A
get out of
little?
here? I can find my way back to the library later.
Yeah, sure. This is like a good idea. Although,
Mm-hmm.
I guess since you shared a secret, I could potentially share one of my own.
Oh, sure. What do we got?
So, there was a lot of things with the poison I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I've mentioned this before. Whoever did this, they did it to stop the inevitable from happening.
You being strong? What's the inevitable?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I don't know how else to say this. Yeah.
Well, those weren't there a second ago.
They were definitely not there a second ago.
Just big old
Something
claws.
I am
Nice little.
still learning to wield, but very few people actually don't.
Yeah, that's something. I assume they're very sharp.
Oh yes, they're pretty sharp.
So you have
I'm
claws?
assuming that they're not just fingernails that you can clip off.
Surprisingly, no.
That's not surprisingly. And
So
in
the
fact,
poison
it looks like
is
those
to
definitely
keep
would
it
be
away.
stronger than nail clippers. Like I don't know where you would go to get nail clippers that could deal with this. So that's not surprising at all.
No, me either.
Ah,
But
And you don't know
less
much
people
about it at
know.
all?
No, it kind of occurred when I was on Airy Sacred Island.
You got turned
After
into a
being spun
condor.
out of a volcano, surprisingly.
Was it Mount St. Helens?
Ares is all about his different weapons and stuff, and although those are
For
sort
some
of
reason, this
weapons,
chat episode went
traditionally
launching
select
past me
axes.
thanks to Hera.
Yeah, it definitely.
Went to the island of Ojigia.
Yeah. Is that all you know about it?
Yeah, and that they're not exactly the easiest to control.
Great. So,
Yeah.
I guess we'll both be coming back to this library sometime soon.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Matt, I find out who poisoned me.
Yeah, that too, I suppose.
Poison
Whichever
turned you
comes
into
first.
this? I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Alright, well, if I see anything about
So the claws are
claws
weakening
or
him
something
in a
when I'm looking
sense.
up weapons, I'll let you know.
Makes my head hurt
Let's get
because
outta
it's
here.
like
Definitely.
it stopped the inevitable from happening, and they revealed the claws. So it's like, so were you turning into it
Now that was
eventually
a
anyway?
fruitful trip. I'm glad I took a guide. Now I know where an extremely useful library is, and I have everything I need to create that key to the underworld. Now I can go there on my own terms.
I don't know, like this would make
Is that
you
a-
weaker.
that
I
another
have
gift?
fucking claws. You
it from,
gave me
Shadow?
a weapon. What are you talking about
Another
weakening
gift from
me?
Cake Ray. Thanks for the gift. Here's one better.
A slightly
really like
bigger
the
rat.
rats. Yeah, I don't know. I guess. I mean, she's a snake. She's. Huh. All right. Makes sense. Ooh. Some sort of soul stone. Here, Shal, let me let you go. hang out.
Thanos just comes crashing
And
down.
See what's in
What was
this.
that?
There you go. Enjoy the company, and.
It was a rat's tail.
Is that a live rat?
I guess she didn't
That is
like
a
the
live
dead
rat.
rats.
All right.
Just gonna let that one go.
Well,
It's more fun to
I-
hunt down.
guess she wanted to get me something really nice. Maybe she doesn't eat them. Well, maybe she.
She's a snake, Xylo.
Girls can be confusing sometimes.
Nagas can be
I
worse.
think I know just what to get her.
Some lucky
I'm gonna
blocks.
get her that right after we open Lucky Blocks.
There it is.
Thank
Holy
you, of course, for leaving a
moly.
like. That has granted us over 3,000 likes. Yet again.
Which is more than
Okay.
2,000.
And we have 15 lucky blocks to reward you for. So let's get to cracking those open. And if you do have any ideas on a nice little gift I can give in return to Cake Ray, well then, you just let me know. Because I think I got a couple ideas, but we want it to be something real special, you know?
Uh-oh.
Oh. Ow! Okay, that was a little more than I anticipated.
Holy guacamole.
Well, there's not much of this arena left. We're also gonna have to give the arena another makeover eventually. That one actually did some
Look,
damage
giant
to
lucky
the inner
block.
walls. Oh, speaking of damage to the inner walls, I wonder what this is gonna be. It's probably gonna be fine. Nope.
More
it's not fine.
TNT.
Oh, there's the walls again.
You know, the back of my head said it's gonna be more TNT, isn't it? Sure enough.
Yep, that makes sense.
Sometimes I
That
hate
makes
always being
sense.
right. And meanwhile, a
Well,
bunch
we
of
have
cats just blew
more
up.
blocks there. Here, we'll just
It's
pick
the
a lucky one.
puppy
And that
apocalypse.
is... Oh, it is a very lucky one. Fantastic. We'll scoop up that stuff in a moment. But first... Oh, that's a killer bunny. That's a killer bunny. Oh, yeah, bunny? Well, I know this block's unlucky, so take it. No.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Unlucky for me, at
Should've seen
least.
that one coming.
And then the rat comes down,
seen
too.
that one coming.
Showed you what
Ooh,
for.
lumpish.